Hello, happy stampers. This is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations, bringing you another card using some of the current products from the Fall 2021 mini catalog from Stampin' Up. Today's card was kind of a fun one to make, kind of with a happy mistake kind of card. This is the card we're going to make today. It utilizes the Beauty of Tomorrow, actually the Beautiful Leaves dies, and it uses this one large die here and some of these smaller ones that you see. So Beauty Leaves dies. It's embellished with some of the metallic pearls. It has I used the tag from the Blackberry Beauty ephemera pack, and I'm also going to be using the time-worn type embossing folder. So let's get started and I'll show you how I made this card. We'll just put that up there. It starts out with a base card of Bumblebee cardstock. It is 5.5 by 8.5. I did not score it, so we'll just fold it and get the edges lined up and get our bone folder. There it is. And get it into place. There's that. The next piece is a piece of cinnamon cider, and it is cut 4 by 5.25. The next piece is the gold shimmer foil that's in the mini catalog, and I have put adhesive sheet on the back of it so it will be sticky. Then I cut it out so that there'll be a sticky backing on this when I get ready to attach it. And then here's the tag, and I'm stamping the word hope that I saved from a previous stamp set. Obviously, when you get to sentiments, there are lots of sentiments, and it seems like whenever I do my clean out, when a new catalog comes out and items get discontinued, as a demonstrator, I typically try to remove discontinued items from my work stamps because I want to be able to show you the new things. But something I've discovered when I do that is that I lose sentiments that I really, really like, so, whether it's because of the font or the word or group of words or whatever. And so what I have started doing with some of my discontinued, when there is a very special group of words or whatever in it that I like, I take it apart, keep the words, get rid of the rest. And so I've been building this little backlog of discontinued sentiments, I guess you'd say, and that's where this hope came from. I don't keep track of what set they were a part of. I assume that if you're stamping very much at all, you have a variety of sentiments and you can look through them and choose for yourself what sentiment you're going to put on your card, because we all have different thoughts. Now I'm making fall cards to send out for fall Thanksgiving kind of thing, and I just wanted it to have a kind of a generic feel to it. And I'm also a person of faith, so I like the word hope. So that's the word that's going to go on this card. I'm stamping it on here with cinnamon cider ink right in the middle of this little tag, and it looks beautiful. So there's that part. Then I also cut 3 of the small oak leaves out of the foil shimmer, I should say, shimmer vellum. Okay, now this piece is too large to fit on the front of a card. You can see how it's gonna get cut off, and even more so on this piece because of cutting it a bit smaller for the edging. So what I'm going to do is I'm laying it on here just to see how I want it to fit, and I am going to just trim off a small bit of it. I could actually attach it and then trim it, and I think that's what I'll do. So let's turn this over. And it's really funny because when I was making the first card, I'll tell you what my happy mistake was. When I was making the first card, the trick is getting this to start coming up, this adhesive backing. There we go. I was going to emboss this piece first and then attach this over the embossing. Well, then I got tunnel vision or something, and next thing I know, I had this piece attached already, and I hadn't embossed. So I thought, okay, maybe I just need to, this is so delicate, it's going to take a second to get it to peel free from the backing. Just got to be gentle with it. It will come. I'll be honest, it's not any more trouble to take the time to peel this backing off than it is to try and put glue on every little piece of this thing to get it to stick. So I'm willing to put up with this little bit of hassle to get this free. And I'm kind of just tearing that backing wherever I need to so that I can just kind of keep going. And the trick is not to tear your foil. If you do get a small tear in it, it's not going to be super tragic, because once you emboss it, it won't show, and because it is so sticky, it will kind of come together quickly, and not the seam where you tore wouldn't even show. So, matter of fact, I think I did tear one spot on that other one, and there may be one on this one before I'm done. Depends on how patient I can be peeling this off. And you know, you might as well see what it takes to do this, so that you don't get into this and go, whoa, she should have told me that was going to be like that. And you don't get surprised. There's a good portion of it done. And we'll come over here and start on this little piece. Something I did want to say, if you are new to Stampin' Up, whether you are a new demonstrator or you are just new to Stampin' Up as a customer or whatever, I don't care who you have signed up under or who, oops, see, I tore a piece off. We'll stick that where I can get to it for later. But something I wanted to share with you, when I first started Stampin' Up, I'd been doing some stamping, and then I started Stampin' Up, and I've been doing Stampin' Up for 12 years now. And when I first started out making cards and stuff, they were very simple, very basic, and I did a lot of copying for inspiration. I just didn't know how to dream up my own designs and stuff. And it's very easy to go out there and look at all these beautiful blogs out there. There's so much talent out there. But as I have been doing these videos and doing card making, consistent card making, it has gotten easier and easier and easier. And I guess I just want to encourage you that it's okay to use other people's ideas for inspiration. And if you're making them for yourself to give away to other people and not, you know, not posting them and that, it's okay to copy them, 100%. Copy them, use their ideas. As you do that, you will start to realize, oh, I could do this with that. I could do this with that. And you will find yourself starting to get more and more of your own individual and unique inspiration. So don't feel bad for needing to utilize other people's ideas when you're just starting out. It just takes a while sometimes. Some of us are not born with a huge amount of creativity. It comes to us slower than others. And anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Now I'm sticking this down. I'm kind of holding it up and pressing it into place a little bit at a time so that I don't get wrinkles in it where they don't belong. And it is kind of sticky, so you got to be really careful. Now you see there is a little tear right here, and I'm just going to bring it together and press it down, and now you can't even tell where that tear was. So don't be, you know, be gentle when you're taking that backing off, but don't freak out if you get a little tear here and there. So now I'm going to press it into place, and I don't think you even know where that one piece came from. I don't even know if I know where this piece came from. And if I want it in here, I suppose I could. I'm just going to tuck it right there, and we'll call that good, right? And then I'm going to trim off those little bits that went off the edge. Going off the edge, if you haven't been told by somebody else, is always a good thing. It makes I don't know, you don't have to always fit within the frame, is what I'm trying to say. So just a little lesson for those of you that might be newer to stamping. Okay, so there's that. Now I am going to do that embossing, and I just need to figure out which side's the side I want up. And you can feel this is the raised side, and this is the debossed side, and that's the side I want on the front. And then I want to make sure that I see the words and get it right side up compared to where I want this to be. So this is where I want it. So I'm going to put it in there like this. Now this is a 3D embossing folder, so all it needs is the base plate number 1, and this one is number 4, the gray number 4 plate. That's all you need in order to emboss this in your Stampin' Cut and emboss machine. I'm coming back, and there it is embossed. Now I just really liked it. It was kind of like, I go, oh, well, that's not bad at all. Because when I did it and forgot to put the embossing first, I go, oh no, well, I'm gonna, you know, it's already done. I might as well see what it'll look like. And so I ran it through, and I'll be honest, I was really, really impressed with how it looked. And I think if you saw it in person, you'd be able to appreciate it even more. And of course that shimmer just shows through against that cinnamon cider background just beautifully. Now I attached this just flat with Stampin' Seal. You will see me taking my Stampin' Seal and going like this. It's because every once in a while it doesn't have any sticky there and I can't get it to roll. And so I just very slightly, it doesn't take much, just, you know, fraction of an inch, and it gets that sticky back down where it'll work really well. So that's why you see me doing that. It's not a game deal breaker, as they say. I'm still perfectly fine with using it. It's still a very good adhesive. Okay, now we're going to attach this to the front of the card, and again, it's that 1/8 inch border all the way around. So there it is to the front of the card. Now all I have left to do is attach this sentiment. It's going to go on with dimensionals, and I'm going to put one on each end. Before I do, I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on this one end. There we go. And I am going to attach these 3 little oak leaves to the back of this, because I want them to kind of raise up just a little bit, and I don't want to have to put something behind them. So when I stick them to this, like that, and then I'll turn it over, and I will put another dimensional there, and then I didn't want it square with the world. I wanted it to be at an angle. There's that. And then we need our embellishments, and these metallic pearls are just perfect for this, the gold ones. And you can put as many or as few on as you want. Obviously, it's a matter of taste. And I am going to put these on here, several pieces. I think I'm going to put some on the sentiment as well. Oh, yeah, I did that on the original too. Get a few of those in here. My wrist still hurts. I took my brace off today and it's still kind of giving me grief. Okay, so I did put about 5 or 6 of those on there, and there is today's card. I don't know if it qualifies as a simple stamping card, but that's what you're getting for the simple card today. Then I went into my Beauty of the Earth Designer Series papers, and I keep moving my background, and I decided to do an envelope covering. And here's how I'm going to do that. I don't know that this is a Stampin' Up! Envelope, but any envelope you use, I'm going to run a piece, run the glue, tape, adhesive, whatever, along the flap. And And so yeah, there's that tape doing that to me again. I'm going to run the edge here. Then I'm going to open it up and just do the outside edges all the way around on the flap. I want to make sure I get it clear to the edges, so I'm going to make sure that corner got some. There we go. Then I'm going to take this that's got the adhesive on it, and I'm going to stick it to the back side of, and let's see, I want this to look like that. So I'm going to stick this on the back side. I have to think about how I'm going to do that. Let's see, I think I want it to look like that, so I'm going to stick it here. I'm going to stick it and I'm going to match it up because I've got a nice straight edge there. Or you could, you know, you could do it just a little bit back from the edge because we're going to cut it off. And I'm just going to stick it down, and then I am going to trim it to fit the flap. This one has rounded corners, so we'll get that. And around the corner here. And you could cut this to fit exact if you wanted to. Then I'm going to bring it up like this and just cut that right on the edge of the, don't cut your envelope, just be careful of that. And trim it right along the edge, like this. There's enough there to do another flap. And so then there's this beautiful flap on the envelope, so it kind of goes with the card. Isn't that lovely? This is just such an easy thing to do, and you know, stamping your flaps and covering them with your DSP, it just gives a finished look. And so then when it comes in the mail, it's already beautiful before they ever even open the card. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I thank you for stopping by. Do share my videos with others and links to it, because I'm just excited to be able to help as many people as I can enjoy their stamping hobby, ministry, whatever, and to make it a fun thing to do where you can learn new things and just get excited about being creative. Thanks again for stopping by. The link to my online store is in the description box below, and also the link to my blog as well. You have a great day. Bye.